Hello everybody, it's me Roscoe and welcome to the latest instalment of Game Day. And as you can see, we're back at Portman Road and it's a sunny day in Suffolk as Ipswich Town take on Derby County in the Championship. It's the battle of the winless sides in the division so far in the league. Of course, Town looking to bounce back after last weekend's disappointment at Preston, losing by that 1-0. And it's been a very exciting last few days, hasn't it? 4 new players in the door, a Spanish striker, a player from Norwich, a player from West Brom, and of course the Norwegian superstar youngster. It's been exciting and I cannot wait to see them featuring for Town. I think 2 of them potentially will play today, but they'll all be in attendance here at Portman Road, and it's going to be an exciting day as the turnstiles are about to open. I'm going to go and get some food. I just covered the under-18s game at the training ground. They drew 1-1. Town's goalkeeper got sent off and the under-16s goalkeeper had to come over to another pitch to play. But yeah, just come back here. There's the sprinkler comes on. Hopefully I don't get wet. But yeah, let's get right into it. Normal stick as ever. Thoughts on the Cowie Army, team news, and just normal stick from me. Snappy snaps. Let's get right into it. Okay, then as you can see, I'm now in the press conference room, ready for this 90 minutes of football. The food is in the belly. It was a beef curry, if you're asking, and it was sort of help yourself. You can put as much as you want on, but I didn't want to go too mad. I don't want to get too bloated for 90 minutes of football. I've had a smoothie, and I've got myself an orange juice to refresh myself, ready for this game. And the team news has just dropped, and it's some interesting talking points. Asher Young starts, Yen Guste starts, Connor Chaplin starts as well for Sammy Smollicks, and also Casey McAteer makes his full league debut for Ipswich Town, which is very interesting indeed. And the 2 new signings of the 4, Furlong and Ozon, are on the bench, so they'll make an impact at some point. There's actually 2 right backs on the bench, which is very rare. Ben Johnson is on the bench as well as the other right back, if you're asking. But yeah, we're gonna get pitch side as Dan to get some snappy snaps, and Derby's team, Lewis Travis starts, making his Derby debut, so that'll be an interesting battle in the midfield. Ken Jackson is on the bench, so let's get downstairs, get ready to take some snappy snaps, because we've been told the new signings, who are not on featuring on the bench, are going to get unveiled. The Norwegian lad and Nunes. So let's get pitch side. So here we go, now pitch side, ready to take some snappy snaps. The players have just come out. There they are. No flames today. Disappointing, but it is a warm day to be fair. Nunes and the Norwegian lad were introduced to the ground. Got some good snappy snaps for that. Yeah, the players are out. Let's see, first half has got in store for us. Let's get right to it. Sadly, no flames. Hello, Jerry, our photographer. The players are out. That sky doesn't look too bad. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But let's see how Town get on. Full house once again. Derby, full numbers. Let's see how we get on. So Ipswich Town have done another robbery, scoring a late penalty. 2-2 here. Desmond at Portman Road. They took the lead, Jack and Greaves, making it 1-0. Then Derby went 2-1 up, and then late penalty from Jack Clark. Peachy, my friend, lucky boys again. Town got another point drawing against Derby. Thoughts on that one, my friend?
Let's not paper over the cracks. Because if we don't get that last minute penalty, well, I'm still fuming actually. I'm not. That performance was so poor. The only time we played well was in the last 20 minutes of the first half. All right, they got the penalty early on in the second half, which was a penalty, I believe, and then Hurst missed the most easy chances, and then we give them their second goal, and then that's it. We can't get back in their time waste, which is what away teams do. 13 minutes. I'm going to thank Mr. Forsyth for that, because he kept laying down. He's like, I was doing okay, up, down. But thank you, mate. I appreciate that, because we finally got a penalty in the 30th minute, but it still doesn't hide the fact we were poor. And I'm a bit of a miserable git today. What annoyed me the most? We got it 2-2. There's about a minute and a half left. What are we doing? Tapping it around the back. Just effing launch it. All right, it might not come to nothing. The keeper might catch it, but at least you've got to do that. But it's just, I don't know, we seem to get that final third and just sort of freeze and go, who are we going to pass to? Obviously, there are a lot of new players, but we can't keep churning that one out. We've got the players now. They've got to start gelling as a team. I mean, personally, I feel sorry. Hurst hasn't done much so far this season. I'm not going to go at him, but he hasn't been great.
He looks frustrated today.
Yeah, he did. He had a terrible game, bless him. Yeah. He won the ball back a couple of times, high up the pitch, but other than that, he was pretty poor. But maybe the Spanish lad gets a start at Blackburn.
He scored, didn't he, at the end?
I know, it's easy for me to say that, no, we should do this, do that, hindsight and all that.
But then, once again, I know there's a lot of frustration with Town fans. So why not play 2 up front? I know it's like football cliche.
Yeah.
But when you're in that situation where you're trying to find that goal, just put everyone up top. And obviously, sadly, sometimes it backfires, and then the other team go and score because we've got so many going forward. But you've got to take those chances. You've got to sacrifice that.
We could have been 2-0 up at half time.
Yep.
I mean, they're not easy chances to take, but don't want to sound arrogant, but if Hurst takes that chance at 2-1, I believe we're going to win that game comfortably. Because Derby got the second goal and went 2 up, they could just sit in, defend, sit on the floor, roll around, hold their head. But end of the day, it's come back to bite them in the backside. But I'm not criticising Derby too much because any away team would do that.
Yeah.
But I did have to laugh at Mr. Eustace pointing at his players saying, yeah, they did play well, but they wasted too much time. We got a penalty out of it. Again, doesn't paper over the cracks that we were bloody poor, and we need. Is it Sheffield United at home next?
Yes, obviously international breaks probably come at a good time for Kieran McKenna to sort of spend more time on the training ground, but there's a lot of work to do, and patience is very thin.
It just seems like we get up front and it's just like we don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So, but on a plus note, I did like Kayuste and Wattis.
Yes. Watasiwa.
That's it. That is you, mate. And that other fella in midfield.
Yeah.
But yeah, they worked well. And there's a couple of times we actually played the ball through the middle of the park instead of going out the wings. That's where I do find we're a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
Casey McAtee, still obviously needs time, but
McAtee, not McAtee.
Whatever. Rubbish.
Yes. Obviously, we've got some exciting signings. They'll bed in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But today is, it's 4 points now, my friend.
I think we'll stay up.
Yeah.
I think we'll stay up.
Yeah, I know someone went back-to-back promotions, back-to-back relegations. That's calm down.
I don't think we're that poor.
Yeah, we're not that poor. There's other teams who are worse off. But yeah, I think international break is now just for us to have a look at ourselves.
Yeah. Do we sign any more players, do you think?
Well, it's crazy. Like all this excitement, unbelievable 48 hours, and then you come to Portman Road, watch a game, and go, "Oh, it's crap now, isn't it?"
Yeah. And we're still missing our Norwegian wonder kid. I'm not going to try and say his name. And that other lad, where'd he come from? Oh, came from Norwich, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah, but
who's had the last laugh today? How they get on? I don't know.
I don't care. They won, unfortunately. So
up at town.
Well, George, man, oh man, my friend, we got lucky, didn't we? A point for Town. Thoughts on that one?
We are very lucky. We were awful in the second half, but the first half was we started off okay, didn't we? And then we kind of grew into the game, and then a set piece. Ash Young took great agrees.
Claxton, set piece goal.
Yeah, set piece goal. It's the only thing we can seem to score at the moment is a set piece goal, but we'll get on to that a little bit later on. And then the last bit of the first half, I thought we actually looked really quite good. I thought it was growing into the game. I thought, okay. And then the whistle came for half time, and then it all went to pop, really.
What did McKenna do in that dressing room at half time? What did he do?
I just don't know. I really don't know what's going on with us. We seem to. I don't know if we're just lacking concentration. I have no clue, but from my angle, I couldn't really see the penalty, so I can't say if it was because behind. Well, I basically saw Leaf's number, and I
think
can't
it was definitely a penalty. I haven't watched it back, but yeah.
I've heard that as well from Peach as well. It's definitely a penalty, but I can't say from my angle, so I can't confirm or deny it.
Yeah.
And then, what are we doing? Like, when we're down, why don't we just drive at them? Why don't we just take a shot? Why do we have to think? Why do we have to get as close as humanly possibly can until we shoot? I know it's probably a tactic and a style that McKenna wants to play, but can we stop doing that, please?
Yeah.
Like, can we just think, let's cross it in the box. Let's have a go from outside the box.
They want to score the perfect goal. That's what's.
It's rather frustrating.
I know it's the football cliche of sorry to keep interrupting, George.
No,
I'm just passionate right now. I know the football cliche like football fans, they go shoot, but there's times where you're just they're in good positions, just go for it, risk.
Yeah, we just got to put a bit more on it, a bit more risk. Because I think I was watching us, we seem to just sort of overthink things. Yeah. Villagine's one of them. I think he looks really good, but he just sort of. He sort of cuts in and goes he stops. I'm going well, if you're going to cut in, mate, keep going and have a go or get in the box, do something. And then that second goal, just, oh my God. As soon as he's running through, I thought, yeah, this is a goal. And it was. And then Derby did all the time wasting, which led to that lovely 13 minutes. And then we got incredibly lucky with that penalty. Taylor was fouled. And then Jack Clark scored.
Yeah, I want to admit, I was like when he stepped out, I went, oh no, Jack, please don't miss. Please don't miss.
I did have a thought go through my head going who is our penalty taker? And then Clark was stepping up, I thought, oh no. But it was fine. He took it and he rescued us a point. But there's a few question marks going around at the moment. I think a couple of the players need to sort of maybe need to play a bit better. Hurst today was not the best. He had a touch like a bus, if I can be honest. And he needs to start going, instead of touching it, why does he not and go? Why does he have to play it off and lay it off? Just turn around, mate, and have a look. Yeah. But international break now. little bit of time to go on the training ground, which is something McKenna would really like, but we just need to start putting it together.
Yep.
We're playing Sheffield United next, who have lost again.
Yeah.
Lost again. So, golden opportunity, hopefully. Well, I'd like to say so, but we'll see in 2 weeks' time then.
Man. Okay, I'm now joined by good old Steve, my friend. Oh my days, another frustrating game at Portman Road. How do you feel after that 2-2 draw?
Frustrated, with the attacking options that we got. I don't even think we really made their keeper save anything second half. I think that's my real frustration. The options are there, but we maybe overpass. Don't take that shot. Allow teams to set up defensively and flood the box, which then causes us to get lots of blocks in, on our shots. I think I really only remember the keeper having to pick up one, which is the header from Hurst back into his hands. That was the real disappointment for me today. We didn't test the keeper enough.
Yeah, and I just don't know where we go from here. I know it's too early days, there's only 4 games in, but it's just another game where it's just a lot of frustration. Obviously a lot of Town fans not very happy with obviously this rebuild going on. But international breaks probably come out at a good time for players on the training ground, but just out there I just felt like we just weren't going to score an open play.
No, and that is the problem. I think we've lost that mentality of that winning mentality we had for 2 seasons. Last season sort of seems to have sucked that out of us, and as soon as we concede, we seem to go at the shell, and we lose a bit of confidence in it. And then the second goal came, and it did feel like we were going to just go throughout that match and not actually get another goal. So, the fact that we got the penalty, we scored it, that could be a big point for us, because actually, hopefully that will bring a little bit of confidence going into the international break. And then obviously got Sheffield United in 2 weeks, which will be a really big match. It's another home match, and you've got to start picking 3 points up at home.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because Portman Road obviously was a fortress under McKenna. This was a great place to go and watch football, winning games, scoring loads of goals. And I don't know what's happened since the Premier League and going into this season. It's no confidence. I think people come in knowing probably not going to get a result today.
Yeah, it's almost a mentality thing. The thing is, as soon as they went 2-1 up, everyone was flat on the pitch, on the terraces, and you kind of get that feeling of, where we're going to get the goal from. You see the options. The options are great. The options will be taken by a lot of teams out there, but it's making that all work together. And now, hopefully, the next 2 weeks, we can take these players and build something cohesive in there. Because lots of nice sort of sideway passing and things like this, but we're not getting penetrative balls into the box and creating chances. That's the problem. We're not creating the chances. As soon as we start creating chances, we've got the players to take them. I think that's the frustration. We just need to create the chances and then take them.
Definitely, mate, because there's obviously a lot of money spent and there's a lot of money ready to be playing soon. Are you happy about the window? Obviously, it's crazy how football changes. As I said already, you have exciting 48 hours, some of those 4 players, and then today it just changes everyone's thoughts and feelings.
Absolutely, and I think Kajus looked absolutely brilliant today, absolutely fantastic. He looked so slick on the ball, some of his moves and things like that. It's making him really stand out. But we just need to, for me, we need to move that ball quicker to get in behind defences. Because teams like Derby, credit to them, they just sat back, filled the box, didn't give us chances. And teams will do that to us, and we've got to find ways of sort of getting past that. And I think for me, it's getting there quicker, moving that ball into that final third quicker before they can set up. And I think that's what they've got to work on for me.
Definitely, man. Cheers.
Thanks, Rebecca. Cheers.
And the final man joining me is Dan, my friend. Good to see you.
You too, mate.
Oh, you've said you lost your voice because I'm sure you were shouting a lot of naughty words, but also a lot of frustration on everything what was going on. Thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I don't know, we just don't look like we're going to score from open play. We really don't. I know obviously we got one today, Greavesy at the back post, but I don't know, for all that attacking talent that we've got, we just seem toothless. I don't know, build-up's decent, you know what I mean? I'm really liking the Matt Siwa and Jens in the middle. They looked good. Jens had some awesome touches today, you know what I mean? But I feel with Philogene, doesn't seem to want to take on his man enough. He's got the pace and the skill and keep turning back and going back again, do you know what I mean? Very frustrating day again, and talk about get out of jail again. We've done it at Birmingham, didn't we? We've done it here. I was coming into the day after the signings we had last night, full of confidence. I thought, we're really going to push on today and put Derby to the sword, and just never happened. Never happened. I don't know what's, like Steve said, we just haven't got that winning mentality now. Fair enough, the boys didn't give up today and we forced the penalty at the end, and fair play, hands up for Jack Clark to stand up and take that. That was like high pressure. So for him to take up, bury that, really, really good. So, and he looked fairly bright actually when he did come on. So I think he might have got the for being dropped and that. So, a little cameo from Ivan or whatever his name is.
Spanish striker.
Yeah, so glad to get him through the door. Really excited to see what the Norwegian boy is going to look like. Thought Casey, he had quite a good game as well, down the wing. But yeah, like I say, we've got 2 weeks now. Obviously the Irish boys will be away because we've got half the team is in the Irish squad. But like I say, next 2 weeks, McKenna's got to get that forward line on there and firing on all cylinders and that, because we've spent a lot of money last year. We've spent a lot of money now this year because, like I say, everyone was a bit downbeat about the transfers, and then like last couple of days, it's just gone mental, innit? Like Nunes, like loving that. Like watching the meltdown all week on social media has been fantastic, and I think he'll bring a lot to us in the midfield. And again, with him though, it's just keeping him fit. That's the big thing. I thought Hursty was a little bit off it again today. Like
he's supposed to be our main man, and at the moment he's not proven that.
No, he's like I say, the ball's not sticking to him like it used to, and I don't know. It's a bit strange because pre-season he looked fantastic, but I don't know.
I think he just needs a goal, doesn't he? I know he scored at Birmingham, but that was a penalty.
Goals are confidence, isn't they? Because pre-season we was banging them in for fun, weren't we? All over. Even Ali was banging them in. Like,
but that's pre-season, isn't it? When it comes to proper 3 points on the line,
the intensity and that. Like, I thought I don't want to speak too much about the ref, but I thought he lost control of the game completely. But again, fair play. Give us 13 minutes. Yeah. And if Derby hadn't been chucking themselves and fainting head injuries, they'd have probably won the game. So for me, they deserve.
And Lewis
that.
Travis was very lucky.
Yeah.
He could have got sent off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like I say, next 2 weeks, McKenna's got the group together. He's got to get them firing, and then, like I say, next game back's Friday night, and at Sheffield United, they're in a mess. So they've lost all their games now. So for me, again, that's got to be a banker.
At least we haven't lost. Well, we have pressed last week.
Yeah,
but
it's got to be a banker, innit? It's got to be a banker. But like I say, we'll see. But like I say, I'm still confident. McKenna's our man. He'll do us right, and we'll be all right. I'm pretty sure. So yep, thank you very much.
So man, my friend. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching another game day. And as the boys have said, next up, Sheffield United here at Portman Road in 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's
Friday night.
Friday night, under the lights.
2 weeks yesterday.
Yes, and hopefully another town win. Or no, a town win.
A town win, yeah. We'll just take the win.
Just take the win.
Yeah. Once we get the win, I think we'll be away. Once we get that first win, because like
confidence
I say,
and
yeah, absolutely. That's what we need. So, yeah, onwards and upwards.
Nice one. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye bye for now.